AI is increasingly getting better at generating content that mimics human created content. What this means is most content on the internet now could be generated by AI or humans, but it's becoming increasingly more difficult to be able to tell whether content was generated by AI or by humans. So today we're going to discuss some ways you can figure out if content was generated by either humans or AI. The first thing to look out for is the length of sentences. AI generated sentences are usually very short and straight to the point, while human generated sentences are usually more complex and can contain more than one idea. Usually, when a sentence contains more than one idea, this is flagged by AI as being complex and too long to comprehend. More often than not, when humans generate sentences, they can include more than one idea and more complex words are used. However, with AI, most of these sentences are very short with very little complex words used. Talking about words, AI also uses words that are not complex at all. When you look at sentences generated by AI, they're always straight to the point, and the words are things that individuals, even with a high school or primary level education, can understand. While human generated words, sentences are usually more complex, can include a lot of conjunctions, and as stated earlier, several ideas pieced together to form that sentence. For example, AI may flag a word as complex just because that word is seen at a reading level such as university or after you graduate. However, most humans come across these words, especially if they're proficient in the language and can use them on a day to day basis. So, also look out for the words that are in the sentence and just gauge the extent to which they may be complex or convey ideas that may seem to be complex. The next thing to look out for then is how paragraphs are arranged. AI usually arranges paragraphs in a way that one paragraph has one idea. That within itself is not a giveaway on whether the content was generated by AI. But what you need to look out for is AI tries to arrange these paragraphs in such a way that they can either be hierarchical or in a certain order. While for humans, the main goal is to have one idea in one paragraph, regardless of the ordering of those paragraphs. So when you're looking at content or articles generated by either parties, always look out for ways in which you could figure out if the paragraphs necessarily are arranged in a hierarchical order or just not arranged at all, which could also be a giveaway for whether this content was created by AI or by a human. The very last thing is to just be able to identify the differences between the way that humans think, express emotions, and express the skills that we have when we are writing. AI may be able to deal with the technical aspects of writing, but as is almost a universal agreement, AI cannot replicate that human touch, that emotional touch that we give to things that we generate as humans. So, what you want to do is look at content that has been created exclusively by humans, understand the human touch within those content, the amount of emotions that have been poured into that content, the amount of anecdotes, personal stories, how touching those types of contents are, and then compare them to content that has been generated exclusively by AI. When you do this side by side, you're better able to understand where AI falls short when it comes to generating content, which allows for you to be able to easily catch onto content that AI has generated. So far, we've gone over one, the length of sentences that AI uses compared to human beings, the content of those sentences in terms of the complexity of words, and the amount of ideas that may be expressed within a particular sentence. We've also looked at the extent to which there is any amount of emotional attachment to the content that has been written, as well as the paragraph arrangement and ideas that are within these paragraphs. These are some simple ways that you can employ to try to decipher whether content has been created by AI or has been created by humans.